Hello Creative Gems, welcome to Creativity. I'm going all out today to build a multi-tier Lazy Susan tray system that is going to be over the top. To start, let me show you some of the key materials we will be using, including this 12-inch mirror from Top Bins, a retail store that sells overstock and returned Amazon items at deep discounts. We will also be using one of these 12-inch round wood panels I found at the Dollar Tree, and this large silver wreath form from Dollarama. Then we will need a couple of smaller round frame mirrors. These next two ones I'm showing you are from the Dollar Tree, but they don't always have them in stock, so if you don't find them, I would suggest going to a few different Dollar Tree locations or perhaps to a yard sale or a Goodwill store to see if you can find something similar for cheap. And the secret behind the Lazy Susan mechanism are $2 store pie pans like these ones and a bag of glass gems or marbles. Any color will do. We'll also need a couple of candle holders to separate each tray tier. You can use whatever candle holder you like for yours, but I have chosen the silver metallic glass ones from the Dollar Tree. We're also going to use this white ceramic flower-shaped candle holder as the topper, but again, you can use whatever you prefer, and it doesn't even have to be a candle holder. If you have a nice figurine that you prefer or a large enough round drawer knob will do as well. Beginning with the base mirror, we're going to use some Fix-All to affix the 12-inch round mirror to the round wood panel. Then carefully turn over the wood panel so that the mirror is facing down on the table surface. We'll need to use some Fix-All to affix the large wreath to the other side of the wood panel wall. When applying the Fix-All, make sure you apply it to the wreath form surface area that will be touching the wood panel. These wreath forms are not perfectly circular, so you will need to double check where best to apply the adhesive. And then, to supplement the Fix-All, we're going to go back in and add some hot glue as well. And while we work on that, I would like to take a moment to thank you for tuning in to today's craft project. If you enjoy glam home decor and DIY crafts on a budget, it would help me greatly if you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on any of my glam home decor DIYs. And if you like what you see today, please give me a thumbs up as well. Your support will really help me continue providing you with some amazing and creative craft tutorials. And the best part is, subscribing and giving me a thumbs up is absolutely free, but will make a world of difference to me. And here is what the wreath form looks like adhered to the wood panel. You'll see the clumps of hot glue because I applied a generous amount, but we won't need to worry about that because we will be covering those glue spots shortly. But before we do that, I would recommend clamping the wreath form attached to the wood panel that has the 12-inch mirror affixed to it. We'll want to leave these clamps in ideally overnight to ensure all the glue cures fully. Here it's already the next day and I can see that the clamps worked very well to adhere all our pieces together. Now we're going to take a string of silver beaded necklace and use that to frame the larger mirror. Once that's done, now we're ready to embellish our mirror. For this, we will be dressing up the round part of the spoons we broke off earlier with these clear round gems I found at Hobby Lobby. These are flat back gems that come in a variety of sizes. To dress up the spoons, we're going to turn the spoon pieces over and adhere some of the gems onto the spoon pieces, making sure that the gems are laid on top of the round part of the spoons that curve outwards. You can choose to embellish the spoons with as many or as few gems as you prefer. For my spoons, I prefer some of the silver of the spoons to still show through, so I will not be filling the entire surface area with the gems, maybe more like 75%. Here's what my embellished spoons look like. I think they look so pretty, and I can't wait to see how our mirror will look like with these placed around the mirror. Once you have enough spoons embellished, it's time to place them onto the wreath form to create the frame for the 12-inch mirror. These spoon pieces will lay perpendicular to the mirror with the edge right up against the silver beaded necklace. For this step, hot glue will give you a secure enough hold and allow you to work quickly to complete the frame. And here's what our base mirror looks like. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous with the gems framing the mirror? It was a rather tedious job to frame this mirror, but absolutely worth it. Now, turn the wreath form upside down so that the mirror is facing down towards the table surface. We're going to take one of the pie pans and affix it to the other side of the wood panel, right in the center. For this, we're going to apply a little bit of hot glue along the rim of the pie pan before setting it onto the wood panel. Make sure the pie pan is carefully centered, and once the glue has cooled, the two pieces should be adhered together. Then, slowly turn the whole thing over and set it onto the table while we work on the second pie pan. You'll see here I have dumped a bag of glass gems onto the second pie pan. What we will want to do is place the first pie pan that is now affixed to the mirror we embellished and put it right on top of the glass gems that are sitting inside the second pie pan. This is essentially the secret to the rotating system for our Lazy Susan. As you can see here, I can rotate the tray very easily now. How neat is that? Now we're going to work on our second tray. We're going to take this smaller frame mirror and paint it white. Here I have actually removed the mirror from the frame to make it easier for me to paint the frame. And since the frame is black, we're going to apply 2 generous coats of paint. And for your Lazy Susan tray system, if you prefer a different color scheme, you can go ahead and use whatever paint color you prefer, or you can simply leave the frame as is. Once the paint has dried, you can reinsert the mirror inside the frame. But for mine, we're going to go back in and embellish the sides of the frame with some mini mirror tiles. These mini mirror tiles can be cut according to the number of rows you need, and since they are self-adhesive, no additional glue will be required. And for the inner portion of the frame, we're going to embellish it with 1 row of clear round gem stickers, also from the dollar store. Once the frame is embellished to your liking, you can reinsert the mirror back into the frame. As it turns out, after I reinserted the mirror into my frame, I decided the frame needed more bling. So I'm going in again to add some more embellishments. Then for our top tray, we're going to take this even smaller frame mirror and add the same mini mirror tiles to the sides of the frame. Here I have a small gap between the beginning of the mirror tiles and the end, so I'm going to cover this gap with a small strip of self-adhesive rhinestone ribbon. And to keep things balanced, I'll add a similar piece directly opposite on the other side of the frame. And by the way, if you think this rhinestone ribbon is pretty and you would like to purchase some for yourself, I'll leave a link to my Amazon store down below in the description box. We're also going to take some of the small round clear gem stickers and embellish the top of the frame around the perimeter of the mirror as well. Now we're ready to assemble the trays for our Lazy Susan. The base should always be the largest tray, followed by trays that gradually get smaller as you work your way up through each tier. And as you separate each tier, make sure you are centering the candle holders so the tray does not become lopsided. Here I'm just checking out the mechanism to ensure the rotation works and that nothing will top over. You can see how fast I'm actually rotating the bottom tray and everything is still staying intact. And here's the final look. You can keep your tray to 2 tiers, but as you can see here, I have built a 3-tier Lazy Susan tray system. And at the risk of being way over the top, here we have a 4-tier Lazy Susan tray system. You will notice that I added a mirror charger plate above the base tray. This was actually a Dollar Tree charger plate I embellished with loose, flat back, clear acrylic gems a couple years back that I placed onto an easel in my dining room. If you want to see how I made the charger plate, I'll leave a link to that tutorial down below in the description box. Let me know how many tiers you prefer for this Lazy Susan tray system. Keep it at a single tray, 2 trays, 3 or 4. In fact, if you have made it this far in today's craft tutorial, how about writing the word tray in the comment section so I know you visited today? And make sure you subscribe to my channel and give a thumbs up. And if you would like to see some of my other Lazy Susan rotating trays, stay and check out my other tutorials.